Please silver. Please silver. Oh, I want silver. Yeah!
Hi.
Screw this game! Please don't. Please don't. Oh my god!
What's up everyone, this is Hayden Games Epic back with another reaction video, or another story read video I should say. And today we're checking out more of Nyxian, Saiyans and Dragon Balls. So this is a story that Shadow has been producing on the Crocodile's Discord server. We have done videos going over the story, parts of the story in the past. A couple are a little bit on the creepier side because of my impressions and whatnot, but still we've been reading through the story and I have been enjoying Shadow's take of her OC or persona OC in the Dragon Ball multiverse. So now we're going to carry on with it today. It has been a while. The update before the most recent one was in October, but it was apparently a short one, so I didn't really feel like covering that with a full video. She did just make a most recent one on the 11th of May, however. So I feel like we have enough here to... Okay, yeah, we definitely have enough here to justify another video today. So I'm going to just hopefully try and get through all this today. And then we'll see what she updates with next on the story. There is going to be more to this because she is currently working on... I don't know if she'll want me showing it on the video. I might show like half of it on the video. But she is working on a fan art for the story as a visualization for one of the scenes. So I was originally thinking that this next update would maybe include that, but now we're a bit far off before that just yet. So it's going to be a bit more before we get to see that part of it. But for right now, we've still got some words for this, so let's check out what she has been writing. So the links are down below in the description for Shadow's channel as well as Craftonix's channel. You can click on the link to Craftonix's channel to access his Discord where you can read the story for yourself. And yeah, with that said, let's continue reading here. If I can have like 5 likes on this video, great, appreciate it. As we carry on with reading these. Honestly, I can't do too many of these story reaction videos, even though I was planning on doing once a week or once a fortnight these stories, but CapCut just wants to be an absolute arse with their subscription, with their pro subscription, that they have actually locked me out of, or locked everyone out of being able to use extracted sounds for the videos. So, or at least just like a limited amount of them per month. Like I can only do 3 videos per month now with extracted sounds, and not only that, with 1080p quality, and on top of the 10 video cap for no watermark. Like bro, CapCut has just gotten worse drastically over the past year, bro. With how much greedier they've gotten with their app. So CapCut actually used to be goated for having that much stuff for free, and even then I don't end up using all of it, and I'm getting punished for this sort of thing now. So it's unfortunate. I'm gonna try to still do it. I have found a way around the sound issue, but it's still not gonna be great. Especially I'm going to render most seasons 720p if I were to do that frequently. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's what I just have to make do with the resources I've got. So with that rant out of the way a little bit, let's get into the story finally. Sorry for the small delay there. Alright. So, the last part was, Shadow was meeting some of the Z fighters, and she had a bit of dinner with at the Bomber Corporation. Is it? I am blanking. Was it Capsule Corporation? I can't believe I blanked on that for so long. So, at the Capsule Corporation building, that is their home. So Shadow got to try some ramen, and she got some for, I don't know, it doesn't necessarily say if she actually got stuff for Vados, but which, by the way, she has actually posted a fan art of Vados now, so I can't wait to see how her full body reference art. But Vados is actually a pretty interesting design, I will say, for Shadow's friend. But yeah, so she got some of that done in the last part. So yeah, hey Neil, we were just about to. Yeah, Shadow was about to follow Vegeta, Bulma, but then Vegeta wanted a word with Shadow before she. Because Bulma was suggesting staying for the night. Yeah, so now we'll see this conversation with Shadow and Vegeta. Shadow stopped in her tracks, looking at the sand from the side. Shadow was now fully. Oh my god! Vegeta was now fully turned towards her, and had that easily seen look of sheer determination in his pitch black eyes. She figured that she didn't have much time to figure out his intentions, so she decided to humor his request. A word? She repeated, turning to face him as well. Why? Because, he spoke, I'd like to get some answers if you'd share them. Shadow knew where this was going immediately. So he's still thinking about our earlier fight, she thought. The spell was purely meaningless to Shadow, done only because Goku requested it, and she felt like testing the Saiyans. But apparently, Vegeta didn't take losses lightly. No surprise there, we know how many L's he's taken in this series. But yeah. Alright. And I said that I'm not your teacher, she said, giving him a blank look. Whis surely knows what I did, so why not ask him instead? You know him better than you know me. Vegeta clenched his jaw in irritation. If he wanted us to know, he would have taught Kakarot and I. Kakarot? Shadow said. You mean Goku? Yep. Kakarot is his birth name, the one he got on planet Vegeta. I see. Shadow nodded, returning to the topic. So, what technique did Whis teach you instead? He taught Kakarot Ultra Instinct, Vegeta replied. And you? I didn't learn it. It doesn't suit me. I just trained under him. Lord Beerus taught me the destruction technique. Hakai. Makes sense, Shadow thought. Ultra Instinct is a divine technique that requires a calm mind, but so does mind technique. So does my technique. What does Vegeta hope to achieve? So you don't rely on techniques in combat? No, not unless absolutely necessary, Vegeta spoke. I use my own strength. But the technique you used is not Ultra Instinct, but something else. Ultra Instinct doesn't predict moves. It allows the body to move freely and separately from the mind, creating a barrier between mind and body, which becomes independent. That is... I'm sorry. That is a bit of a misspell on independent. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't, but still, that's kind of funny. You, on the other hand, still think before you move, instead of just moving. But you still manage to predict my moves. Shadow smirked slightly, her bright green eyes fully visible in the night. Question, when does Shadow still have her mask on, or did she take it off at one point during the dinner? Yeah, and I think you stated her taking off the mask. So I'm assuming she doesn't have the mask, and she still has the mask on, I'm assuming. Even though it is nighttime. Or the mood, just to make it easy, I might still put the normal Shadow art in the thumbnail instead of my mask edited one. I'll probably still put the normal one on the thumbnail, just because it's not too clear. You're educated, Vegeta. I'll take a guess. You want me to tell you my technique, yes? Yes, he answered. Then you'll be severely disappointed. Vegeta sighed, holding his growing irritation. He felt like this wasn't going to be easy. and judging by the woman's personality, he would need more patience than he possessed. Yeah. Why? He asked. I already answered that. I don't like repeating myself. Shadow said, taking a few slow steps towards him. Why does it matter that you're not my teacher? He insisted. Nyxian warrior law, Shadow stated. I can only teach when the other individual agrees to become my student, and I their master. Vegeta felt his irritation decrease. He felt a little foolish for not even considering that she followed a rule of some sort. But now he needed to think quickly and smart. He had no idea for how long would the woman stay on Earth, and remembered her saying about exploring the planet. Judging by her very stubborn nature, she would not ditch her plans for anyone. You can see why you designed. Okay, I'm not saying it was fully intentional, but there is you made it seem like they have chemistry here. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, but then again, too stubborn. Yeah, sometimes the similarities don't always make the best, but still. I can't believe what I'm about to do, but I have no other choice. Vegeta sighed deeply, looking up to make eye contact. That technique, and possibly other things she knows, might put me way ahead of Kakarot. In that case, I want to become your student in the meantime of your visit here. Shadow blinked, slightly surprised, but she didn't give it away. She tilted her head, wondering if he was joking. You want me to take you under my wing? Yes. Shadow looked at him, and she could smell the tension off him. He was eager, but deep down she knew there was more to it than just learning a technique. Vegeta had a goal, something it wasn't telling. Two can play your game, Saiyan. I might. She started, seeing the flicker of hope in Vegeta's eyes. It quickly turned into confusion when she finished his sentence. For a price. Vegeta cursed to himself. Price? I didn't travel all the way here to train some stranger I met, Shadow pointed out. If I decide to train you, that means I'd stay here longer. Time is valuable, Prince Vegeta. Alright. Name it then. What do you want in return? It was Shadow's turn to think now. What does she want? What could be of use that Vegeta could give her? She didn't care about gold, whatever currency was used on Earth. It would be of no use back home. Okay, I was gonna mention maybe more of the food stuff, but I think that would be a bit too personal for her to ask outright, I think. But then again, I feel like she will still eventually get that, but yeah. For Avados, but yeah. For some reason, she did want to know him better. He reminded her of someone she once valued. That's interesting, okay. Someone she once valued. I mean, you could take that one of two ways. You could think, like, my first thought of that was maybe Keres before she went all crazy in the duel story, or it's something else entirely. Or it could be like something that she does, that someone is still alive, that she does still value. You could take that one of two ways. But regardless of which way, that's interesting. Okay. To mask her true intention, Shadow came up with a workaround. Simple. Be my guide on Earth. What? Vegeta blurted out. A guide? How? You're a resident of this planet, and since I'm here mainly for the reason to explore Earth and see Earth's goods, Shadow smirked. You can help me. You know Earth better than I. Vegeta was about to say no, when he realized the trap he walked into. He was in no position to decline. He wanted to tell her to find someone else, but she already said that to him when he first asked to be trained. It was a double-faced act, and she would definitely never even think of sharing her knowledge with him again. So be it, he concluded, extending his hand. Deal. Deal. She nodded, accepting the short handshake. Shadow turned away, walking towards the balcony door before she stopped. She turned her head slightly to the side. We start tomorrow. Be ready when the sun is replaced with the moon. At night, Vegeta said. Correct. All of our training sessions will be done at nighttime. May I know why? You'll know soon. With that, Shadow just disappeared to find her assigned quarters, while Vegeta remained on the balcony, deep in thought. This is my chance. A chance to finally surpass Kakarot once and for all, he thought. But he mustn't find out about this in any way. Otherwise, that nosy imbecile will immediately ask to be trained as well. Not under my watch, Kakarot. He sighed, levitating up to the balcony of his and Bulma's bedroom. Okay, that was actually a really interesting and cool first part, I will say. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. That was an interesting, first part, an interesting first edition that I've read so far. So if this was a full thing, yeah, this is like already 20 minutes, bro. I was surprised how long it took me to do that, but I was talking a bit in between, to be fair. But yeah. So let's check the newest part now. So, yep, there is some things that I did kind of expect, but also some very interesting things as well. I'm wondering who Shadow was thinking of though. Who Vegeta reminded her of. That's gonna be interesting. I don't know if it's gonna come into more of your personal lore or if it's gonna be introduced in here. I'm thinking it's gonna be more of the earlier, but yeah. Let's read this now. I'm only 20 minutes into this. Fast forward to the morning. Trunks was more intrigued by the winged stranger his dad and Goku brought with them after they suddenly returned from Beerus' world. Ah, great. Trunks and Goten. Okay, so it is the superhero era Trunks and Goten, so I don't have to rely on the kiddie voice, even though it's probably easier to do. I'm gonna have to probably look up what their voice sounds like in Superhero because I haven't watched the movie. I'm a fake fan. I haven't watched the movie. Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to look that up before we carry on with this. Oh my goodness. But, okay. She was only a little shorter than Piccolo. And despite her kind of scary look, Trunks knew that she wasn't evil. He left his room and made his way downstairs for breakfast. He entered the kitchen, already seeing his parents there, along with his grandfather. Alright, I'm gonna look up how their voice sounds.
Hey, Goten! Let's do fusion, like with the dance!
Good idea!
Okay, so the Trunks one kind of sounds like the Future Trunks a bit more now. Which Future Trunks I can't do too well, but...
Hey, Goten!
Hey, Goten! Bro, I can't do it. Hey, Goten!
Let's do fusion, like
Let's do fusion.
with the dance!
Like with the dance. Right. I think I can do decently, but it's not going to be great.
How did that work again?
How did that work again? Okay, maybe I could do Goten, but I don't think I can do Trunks. Oh, God. Morning, Trunks greeted. Alright, I don't think that was too bad. Oh, good morning, honey. Bulma replies as she set down the remaining plates on the dining table. Vegeta just gave a nod in response as he drank his black coffee. Have you seen Shadow anywhere in the halls? She asked. No, Trunks said, but I can go get her. With that, the hybrid Saiyan sprinted off to the third floor where Shadow was. He knocked on her door, but no one answered. Oh no. Okay, I don't think Shadow's gonna do it much, but I feel like something could go down here. Not fully, but... Should I answer? He thought. He scanned the room. He scanned, oh my god. Sensing no one in it, he pushed the handle down, opened the door. At the same time, Shadow opened her right eye as she meditated on top of the compound, right above her room. She sensed Trunks as he approached the door, and waited to see if the boy would enter. Oh, okay, so she's on top of, okay. Alright. Trunks looked around the room as he stepped in. Miss? He gasped and took a step back as Shadow dropped down on the balcony from the roof. Okay, so it wasn't as bad as if she was already asleep, then yeah, but if that was happening, yeah, that's fine. She entered the room, bending down to pass through the door. Okay. Trunks, correct? Shadow said, looking down at the boy, putting her hands behind her back. Yeah, Trunks nodded. We can't afford you got lost in the compound. It's breakfast time. What were you doing on the roof? Meditating, Shadow answered as they exited her room, walking down the hall. I don't need sleep as much as you Earthlings do. Trunks huffed a little. I'm not a full Earthling, you know. I'm Saiyan too. Shadow suppressed a smirk. It was amusing how much he represented his father in personality, holding pride for his race despite being so young. Ah, right. My apologies. You're quite bright for your age. They reached the second floor when Trunks asked, And how old are you? Shadow grinned, deciding to mess with the kid a little. I'm 126. What? Oh, no, that's funny. Trunks shouted, his eyes widening as he looked up at her. Are you serious? I botched that, but I can't be bothered, dude. Oh my god. Do I look like a liar? What? No, that's not what I... Kiddo, relax. Shadow let out a small chuckle. It may sound crazy to you, but I am 126. If I were to convert that to human years, she calculated for a second, I'd be equivalent to about 18 to 19 years old. Oh wow, Trunks smiled. You're like super young. Younger than Gohan. Who the hell is Gohan? Oh, okay. Shadow thought, but didn't voice her mind. I guess so. How are you so tall, though? I'm actually considered... Oh, whoops. I almost read that as the same Trunks line. They're so close together. But wait, no, it would have been the same. That is a fault on probably both of our ends. I'm actually considered average height where I come from. They walked down the long hall until they reached the kitchen and the dining room. Shadow was quite impressed by the home, seeing the technological skills of Earthlings firsthand. Her own home back at the Nyxian realm was smaller, hidden somewhere within the Starfruit forest. Shadow wasn't found. It should be Shadow wasn't fond, right? Shadow wasn't fond of visitors, hence why her home was accessible only through portals. I can tell maybe a little bit of the IRL side. I mean, a little bit of here and there. Also, don't forget to start up the story as I go. I found her, Trunks said as he entered the kitchen, foot Shadow following behind him. Hello, Earthlings, Shadow greeted, bowing down a little before lifting her head up. Yeah, I'm assuming she must have had the... maybe she took off her mask and... No, I know, she doesn't... it was just stated that she doesn't need to sleep that much. She doesn't need as much sleep as Earthlings, so yeah. I mean, maybe she could have still, but... She could have probably still had the mask a little bit. Maybe in that morning, but yeah. I'm assuming she still must have it, because the sun's rays will probably still be festering into the building, so I would assume she would have put it back on regardless.
Nobody cares! Nobody cares!
Oh, good morning, Bulma smiled, gesturing to the chair next to her. I am botching female voices, I know, but there's nothing to do about that, bro. Shadow concentrated for a moment before her wings disappeared. Everyone looked at her surprised, even Vegeta put his mug down, staring. Shadow sat down, noticing the looks. She cleared her throat a little, feeling a little awkward. Depending on the situation, I can hide my wings. She looked over at Bulma. And I wouldn't really want to bury someone in them. Bulma let out a small laugh, easing the atmosphere. You're one interesting guest, Shadow. I mean, we just got used to the fact that there are 12 universes. And now we get to know that there are even more beyond the multiverse. Wait. Who the hell is Dr. Briefs?
Oh my god, bro.
Like, Trunks' grandfather. I have never heard of Dr. Briefs. What? Oh, him. I never watched OG Dragon Ball, so I didn't realize that was this guy. Oh, okay. Whoops. Right, Dr. Briefs. I have no idea how he sounds. Please tell me that's the only line he says. Okay, thank God. I don't know what he sounds like. I'm just gonna do my rough idea. Thank God I think this is the only line he says. We can't even be surprised anymore. Everyone chatted between each other during breakfast, except for Vegeta, which wasn't unusual. Right now his mind was occupied as he watched his wife and the Nyxian chat. Even though it was mostly Bulma doing the talking. Yep. He had told Bulma about his upcoming training already, and he was glad she had no issue with it. Furthermore, she had her own plans for Shadow, if she was up for it. You want to explore the Earth, huh? Bulma chuckled. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. We have a lot to offer, in fact. Is that so? Shadow spoke. I'll hold you on to that. Anyways, I'm curious about you and your race, Bulma spoke. Vegeta quickly focused on the conversation. Care to enlighten us? Shadow thought for a few moments before she complied. Well, I guess I can. Nyxians are a race created by the darkness spirit, hence the name. Our power is bounded by the night and darkness. Millions of years ago, the first few Nyxians rose. The rest is history, Shadow spoke. Many of us are warriors, including myself. We protect the realm, and sometimes travel to other worlds to help them. We aren't evil, but I suggest that you don't try us. We just protect our home, no matter the cost. Okay. So it's kind of like more I don't want to... Can I say primal? Because, yeah, they don't condone being attacked. Like, they don't condone a violence or attacking, mainly. It's only if their land or their race is threatened that they actually force that mindset of, and it could vary of whether it be just making the other opposition retreat or just straight up killing them sometimes. So that's how the Nyxians work. I was always... I never had a clear idea of that, so I'm kind of glad that there was a bit more clarification on that here. Okay. Shadow had a small light blue aura ball in her hand, lifting it. Any Nyxian who reaches a high enough power level can travel to other worlds. It is one of her most valued powers, dimensional travel. She closed her hand with the ball disappearing. But each Nyxian has a power that can be unlocked. Only warriors unlock those, though. Dimensional travel, special power, Vegeta thought. Tonight will be interesting. Have you unlocked yours? Trunks curiously asked. I have, Shadow spoke, but I will not reveal it. Maybe one day you'll find out, kid. Damn it, Vegeta thought. I nearly had it. He wants to know everything. How often do you travel? Bulma asked. Quite often, Shadow spoke. I traveled for a short amount of time before she could finish her sentence. Shadow's words died in her throat when she felt something. So did Vegeta. Both of them suddenly went dead calm. Just after a moment, Trunks felt it as well. What the hell is that? Vegeta spoke, his head turning to the north. Shadow didn't respond. She suddenly stood up, surprising everyone as she ran to the balcony. She broke the door open, throwing her wings and flying north. Wait, you damn woman! Vegeta yelled, following right after her. At the same time, Goku was rushing from the Mount Suit to the same location. Okay. Who is that? He thought as he flew as fast as he could. The three of them arrived nearly at the same time, Goku a few moments after. Shadow was deadly calm as she stared up into the sky, observing an open portal. Oh. And a person standing in it. Oh! I think I know who that is. Oh! What in Kami's name? Vegeta thought, the portal oddly reminding him of a similar one where Shadow came from. The unknown visitor had a long black hood over themselves, hiding their appearance except for the lower part of their face. They jumped down, landing near Shadow and the others. Shadow? Who is this? Goku urgently asked. Shadow didn't answer him as she and the unknown person stared at each other. The person chuckled, their pointy teeth revealing. Nice seeing you again, Shadow. I think Vados is here. Okay, maybe... maybe it's just a hood. Vados wanted to discuss... Because she does have a hood on the art that you have showed. So I think it is Vados and you've covered her face a bit. And then she pulls the hood off and it is her. Vados does also have pointy teeth. Unless there's another Nyxian involved. They haven't talked about, but I'm pretty sure it's Vados. Alright. That is actually hype. That is an awesome way to suspend this. That was good. I really enjoyed that final part. The first part was interesting that we read today, but this one I really did like. So I'm really intrigued on how this could go from here. Vegeta is going to be somehow training under Shadow, but now Vados is here? I wonder how this is going to go from here. I cannot wait to read more of this. Keep this up, Shadow. I really enjoy how the interactions and all of that between your OCs and the Dragon Ball multiverse. This is fun and this is cool and sometimes funny at the same time. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed my reaction to it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, link is down below in the description. The links to Shadow's channel as well as Craftonics' channel will also be down in the description. You can click the link to Craftonics' video channel to access his Discord where you can read the story for yourself. And yeah, I will see you in the next video or live stream. Goodbye.